I was just sitting here thinking about this migrant crisis that's going on in the United States of this here America. Not just in large cities, but in small cities too. Southern cities. I don't think that these people quite understand who they are letting into this country. So you have these migrants that are doing things and getting away with it. Things that the average person do and will certainly not get away with. Things that black do and will definitely not get away with it. I was looking at a video clip where this guy was saying how a lot of them have messed up in the neighborhood. They poop in the park. He said they poop ups and sometimes leave them on the doorstep of people's houses. I saw another clip where I read an article that said they are knocking on people's doors asking for money. What did Joe Biden expect, or do he even care? And should black people be worried about this? What about the of the cops in Times Square? Now the migrants are believed to have fled New York, according to the New York Post. They believe that they may have hopped on a bus to California after being busted on the video, beaten down two New York police officers, police department cops. And they can't even be arrested now because they were already freed without bail. How does that happen? They were already freed without bail. So police believe the group of four, Darwin Andres Gomez, who's 19, Kelvin Savita Aroca, who's 19, Wilson Juarez, who's 21, and Yeoman Reveron, who's 24, may have skipped town after giving phony names to a church-affiliated non-profit group that helps migrants get rides out of the city, sources told the Post. Miller, the NYPD's former Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism, said the asylum-seeking suspects boarded a bus headed to Calexico, a California city on the Mexico border, by way of St. Louis, Missouri. All were charged with second-degree assault on a police officer, which is a bail-eligible offense. 3, Gomez, Aroca, and Juarez were released on their own recognizances by Manhattan Criminal Court Judge Marisol Martinez Alonso at their arraignments. The judge put Reveron on supervised release, finding that he could be a flight risk. After prosecutors noted he had 2 open Manhattan cases, according to a transcript of the hearing. It remains unclear if taking off would be a violation of his court-ordered release. Warrants could be issued for their arrest if Reverend Gomez, Oroka, and Juarez don't make it back for their March 4th hearing in the police beatdown case. One of them is also due back in court on February 20th in another case. That's Reverend. And I'm probably jacking up the names, but okay. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Reverend is due back in courts on February 20th on, quote, other pending matters, unquote, unrelated to the police beatdown assaults. There is also 2 other suspects. One, Joan Boda, who's 22. Johan, maybe Joan, Jhoan. We're going to call him Joan, who was 22. He was arrested, but he was released without bail on the same charge. Yo Henry Brito, who's 24, he was arrested and became the first of the suspects in the case to be ordered held on bond by Alonso, who set the amount at $15,000, or a $50,000 bond after prosecutors argued he had been identified on footage of the attack through a distinct tattoo. They also say that the 2 or any of the suspects involved in the beatdown are linked to 5 largest city-wide grand larceny and robbery patterns. They are investigating whether they are involved in a Venezuelan gang. The gang is described as Venezuela's most powerful homegrown criminal actor and the only Venezuelan gang that has successfully projected its power abroad. They are also probing whether one 19-year-old suspect in the cop beating, who has not yet been arrested, has connections to the gang. That teen was once arrested and faced 10 charges in a single day. Is all of this happening in the United States of this here America? All of these charges that these migrants have, is it happening in the United States of this here America? Is this why Greg Abbott's, the governor, bused thousands and thousands of migrants into the United States? Huh? Wow, is this what they expected? So, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and they are worried about us black people. They worried about black folks. I'll never forget